Hi, Sage Canaday here. In today's video we're going to talk about natural running, and I'm going to kind of outline some of the aspects of what that entails. Running is kind of a paradox because it's this extremely simple activity, but at the same time it's also extremely complex from a biomechanical standpoint, from a physiological standpoint. But hopefully through this video I could outline some key points that I personally believe will help you develop a more efficient, economical stride that will not only reduce your injury risk, but will also lead to faster time and more enjoyable running. So one of the first things you could do to develop a more natural running form is to get a pair of very low profile training shoes. And what I have here is the Brooks Pure Flow, it's called. It's only one of four in a new line by Brooks Running called the Pure Project Collection. One of the key design features of the Brooks Pure Project line is the fact that they are all very low profile shoes, in that the heel thickness to the midfoot thickness is a very low drop. On all the shoes it's 4 millimeters, which is basically nothing. So the idea is that you could land more up on the midsole front part of the shoe rather than the thick heel, like in some overly cushioned shoes that kind of reinforce poor form, a poor heel strike, which I'll show you later in this video. So the Brooks Pure Project line is a really good example because it's got the low profile, it's a relatively lightweight shoe, it's real flexible, it's going to allow a more natural movement, more natural toe off. And if you want to learn more about this shoe in particular, you could see my other video, the Brooks Pure Flow shoe review, where I talk about all the ergonomic design features that help with this natural running experience. You don't want to force a toe strike. You basically want to come down more midfoot and be as fast and as light as possible with your ground contact time. So you're slightly pronating, pushing off. And it's definitely going to be a process where you're going to have to adapt. In looking at my form, I still overstride a little bit. I'm reaching a little too far out in front of my body. However, in slow motion you could see I'm coming down on my forefoot in the Brooks Pure Project shoes with my knees slightly bent. It's not a heel strike. So, Newton's third law, for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. So, if you're coming down at this angle, you're going to get braking force coming straight back that way. You want to go that way. But if you're coming down over top and moving over, your body's already moving forward. There's less of that jarring reactionary force coming back. So I plant, pull over. You want to always think that you're lifting your leg up and bringing it over with each back kick. But it's a nice and light action, so you're just kind of kicking it up, pulling it over, and then you're pawing across the ground. So your foot's already moving back as it's hitting the ground. And if you're taking, 180 steps a minute, and it's nice and light, and that's what's going to help save your joints. So just doing drills like this, standing in place, working on your cadence, is going to help build that neuromuscular connection for you to get that kind of speed. Furthermore, if you're springing up into the air too high, you're getting too much vertical oscillation, too much up and down movement. You want to keep most of your movement heading forward. So that usually is going to require a slight forward lean kind of at the chest. So you lead with your chest. You envision there's a skyscraper 45 degrees away and your chest is pulling towards that. That's going to keep your forward lean and it's going to keep your foot coming down in the right spot. The key is to come down right under your center of mass, your center of gravity. So whatever arm carriage you need to be able to maintain that is also important. Here you could see I carry my arms a little bit low, but that is what works best for me. You might be a little bit different. Whatever you find most relaxing. Some people are better off carrying their arms low, down here, nice and relaxed. Others are going to be better off at about a 90 degrees with a short, relaxed movement. It kind of depends on the person, how big your arms are, and how much mass your legs are displacing with each step. So the ultimate goal is to help you reduce your risk of getting injured while developing a more efficient, more economical running stride, which in turn is going to increase your performance and your overall enjoyment of the sport. So I hope you find this video informative and helpful, and most of all, run happy.